Okay, today we are playing a game on Junkertown. We are in the Silver SR range, and we will be playing Reinhardt on attack and Orisa on defense. And it's Silver SR, so we're not overly concerned about our team comp, because the thing is with Silver SR is that people don't know how to play their heroes yet, so team comps don't operate as they should anyway. So there's not really much point worrying overly so about your team comp. As long as you've got a healer, that's really all that matters. Like a tank as well, you know? You want one of each, but like, as long as you got a healer, that's like bare minimum necessary to enter. So we're just going to start the game. Pretty sure there was a game the other day that was in Silver SR, and I still read the team comp off anyway. I guess that video had caught me on a particularly, a day where I felt particularly like being professional. A rare day indeed. So, Lucio is like, don't worry guys, I got him. I'm going to hold him back all by myself up here. So, and he's got the fucking healing aura on as well. Soldier's currently being held hostage upstairs by Moira's orb. So that's very unfortunate for him. So we don't really want to be standing this far up, because this is the thing with Junkertown. Really, we want to be under the bridge, not this bridge, the other bridge. The bridge is a little further back, because we can use it as a choke point. And we can kind of pay attention to everywhere we could get flanked from, because they'll come down this way, and then the door on the side you can get flanked from. But if you're just operating under the bridge, you can just kind of see it. And it's like the only choke point really on this checkpoint. I was going to say the entire map, but that's not quite fair. It's the best choke point on the whole map, though, probably. Unfortunate this is at the first checkpoint. And usually you just get killed by Bastion. So, I'm going back here to show that we were getting attacked from off-screen, because we were getting shot from the right-hand side, probably by McCree. McCree dies in a second. There it goes. There he goes. There's McCree dying. I'm pointing at the screen, because obviously you can fucking see that, can't you? Look, that's what happened. McCree died. So it was probably him, but we were getting shot from the side, and we, like, didn't even seem to notice or pay attention. So we've got to keep an eye on that door in general, because that's where the flanking's going to happen. But we were getting shot from over there, and we didn't notice it. Awareness is very important, especially if you're, like, a tank, like the frontline tank. So we already were further up than we really wanted to be, and now we're slowly advancing even further, but we did kill Reinhardt, so it was worth it. Junkrat died over here, we're concerned about that, and we can see Diva disappearing off into the night. Her kill complete. It's actually the middle of the day, but, you know, whatever. So we are more concerned with the front line as Orisa. Like, if there are people behind us, that's certainly unfortunate, and we want to pay attention to that, but this is more our area. And we got pinned while we had Fortify up, because we didn't notice that Reinhardt was charging at us. Awareness is an important aspect of the video game. Especially when you're playing someone like Orisa, because of how Fortify is, you do have an obligation to try and stop Reinhardt charging, because you can effectively countercharge him by standing in the way with Fortify. So you gotta pay attention to actually, like, block that. You can go further up, it's fine. We're in the middle of the city, being in the middle of the city is usually more cause for alarm, but here we don't have to worry about it, and the team are kind of like out here. So we just came out in time to see fucking... This poor old man just got murdered on his porch. He was just out here to grill, and now he's fucking dead. How tragic. So we're going after this Reaper. We got Fortify, so really I'm not, like, overly concerned about the Reaper, but the rest of the team is still, like, a concern. A lot of our team are actually currently dead, so, like, things are not looking good, and now Moira's Orb is just going to kill us. Reaper did at least waste Death Blossom. By that point, really, we should have just been backing out. Like, things were already not going super well, but then they just slowly get worse and worse and worse. Achilles, funny name, has left the game. He comes back, I'm pretty sure. This is a fucking 20-minute game. I should hope he comes back. Didn't you watch this through earlier once before? Yes, I did. I remember very little of it, honestly. Even though I only watched it like half an hour ago. Yeah, I know roughly what happened. I remember vaguely if we won or lost. That's all that matters. So, they've got some momentum going, and because they've already got momentum going in the street phase on Junkertown, it usually means they capture the street phase. The street phase is very, very fucking difficult to defend. And, if they've already got momentum coming through, tend to just kind of go through the area. I mean, I say that. This is probably the map with a street phase that I see the street phase end the game the most on. Granted, it's got hot competition in Numbani and fucking King's Row. So, this is probably the one where I do see the Street Faces side games the most, though. But again, Numbani. So, even though we died and things were going pretty badly, you'll notice they haven't actually captured the checkpoint yet. Isn't that absolutely incredible? It just goes to show you the enemy team can always be worse than your team. So we've chucked that shield, like, way far up, and it's like, that's too far up. We don't want to go and stand up there, because we don't know what's lurking around the corner. It's alright, now we got one, block Reinhardt, now he gets to swing into us for a little bit, but we're being healed, and we got Fortify. Oh no, Deadeye. Oh, Roadhog, oh god, Roadhog, he tried so hard. He's like, Roadhog's like, I can do it. This is my time. Fuck. Stopped like an inch in front of his face. We're gonna watch the play of the game, and it's gonna have stopped an inch in front of his face. Oh no. There's nothing we could do about that one. So poor Roadhog. Oh, he tried. At least he tried. It's all right. It's the street. We're not overly sad about it. We're a little sad about it. We're not overly sad about it. So now we get to try and defend this area. And you know, if the thing is with this checkpoint is you either hold him here or you don't really hold him anywhere. So this is like the best you get for this checkpoint. So self-destruct chuck behind us. It's alright, we can hide in the ditch. I was very close to actually still killing us in the ditch anyway. Now that I've looked at that explosion, like, it's kind of surprising we actually live. Just like, in future, maybe hug that wall a little tighter if you know that it's going to go past the ditch, because that was pretty close, actually. So anyway, we've put down the bongo. We were announced we put down the bongo even, so we're really dedicated to it. Was Achilles actually in front of him? It looked like he was behind him. Yeah. Reinhardt's Earth Shatter is weird like that sometimes. So he Earth Shattered, but his team were not really ready for it. Span on us, but it's alright, because Sound Barrier and Coalescence was kind of enough to even it out. But unfortunately, as you can see, we failed to hold them at the door. And now they've started to get some momentum coming through. Now, there is also the hope that we hold it, like, right outside the checkpoint, but I mean, things are not exactly going super well right now. And, realistically, there's very little you can do to actually prevent most of this from happening as Orisa, because Orisa is this way, where she's quite dependent on her team. As much as people want to tell me Orisa is a better main tank than Reinhardt, Orisa is very dependent on her team actually being somewhat decent. Like, you can kill people, yeah, because you have, like, a fucking minigun for an arm, but if your whole team's getting run over and, like, they aren't there to actually help you, it's very difficult. I also would recommend, like, if they got a Reinhardt, I generally recommend also still having a Reinhardt on your team as well, just because not having someone that can reliably block Earth Shatter is a bigger problem than you think it is. Because the thing, like, if I'm playing Reinhardt, which I do quite frequently, I enjoy playing Reinhardt as a hero, and also he's just a very good tank, even though people tell you he isn't. Because here's the thing, right? If there's no Reinhardt on the enemy team, you Earth Shatter 4 people, and it's really fucking easy. And then you just win. You just win that fight, which means you probably won that objective if you were attacking. And if you just do that a few times, you win the game. If you can land Earth Shatter, that's really the only requirement for playing Reinhardt well. And if you don't have something that can reliably block Earth Shatter, it tends to be an issue. Because it's just really easy to line it up. People out there petitioning for Reinhardt buffs, and I'm just like, no, you're all bad. Just, like, land Earth Shatter on a few people, and it's fine. You win. You don't even have to Earth Shatter that many people. If you just Earth Shatter, like, a support and a DPS, that's already crippling. So, yes, I am saying everybody is wrong except me, which is usually a sign of madness, but I'm objectively right, so that's different, okay? So now we see they have a Doomfist, which is fantastic news for us, honestly. Doomfist in the near future might actually be a good hero, because on the PTR, currently they've fixed the bug where the right-click, the Rocket Punch hitbox is too small. So, that with the buff they gave him a while ago that reduced the variance on his left-click, he might actually be a good hero soon. Isn't that incredible? Because he might actually be consistent enough to be worth playing. So, this is very awkward, but we got a Bastion now. so we can just sort of, you know, Achilles is a really good name for a Bastion player, actually, isn't it? Now that I think about it. Anyway, so now we had a Bastion, and he was just kind of doing that in front of us and Bastion, so we just kind of killed him. Very sad for her. That would have been quite terrible if only we didn't have a shield like most heroes, like most tanks do. So standing here is kind of a bad idea, because like already some of our team are dead, so that's already bad. Orisa has this issue where if enemy team starts just rolling over you, there isn't really much you can do to stop them as Orisa, because that's like kind of Orisa's worst nightmare is having like 3 people just get up on her and not getting off of her, right? So like some of our team are already dead. Moira's not long for this world. We got no cooldowns right now. They're all close, but by the time they come up, like we're going to have already taken this enough damage to die. And also just standing like, it's kind of awkward to show because of the things in the way, but standing in like this area, like this big arced part, is kind of scary, because if you have to run back, it's a really long way to get to safety, right? And this is an important thing to think about when you're positioning in generally, particularly if you're playing a low mobility hero like Orisa, is you need to think about how far you gotta run to get to safety. So if you're like up here, you got all this distance to cover to get back to safety. That's a long way. And like, that's not actually back to safety yet, because you have to like get like back to your team or back to cover. And there isn't much cover in this like general, like, this is why this place is such a fucking nightmare. There's like no actually decent cover in this area at all, really. So if you don't have like a shield tank, it gets really cumbersome to defend it, because there's not a lot of cover in here. There's some high ground, but it's difficult to get to, as high ground typically is. So, it's just, like, if you're up there, look how far you have to come back to get to, like, safety, right? It's important to think about in general. Like, if I have to run away, how far do I have to go to get to safety? And you generally don't want that to be very far. You usually want it to be, like, a couple of steps, especially if you're a low mobility hero like Orisa, because you do have to walk back to safety. So, Reaper started spinning on us, and we unfortunately did not kill him before he killed us. Very tragic. But somehow they still haven't won the round yet. Isn't that incredible? So here comes Reinhardt. He's fucking dead. This is also a thing with Orisa. If somebody is going to get pinned by Reinhardt, try and use Halt to like delay it. Because ideally, you can crowd control or kill the Reinhardt before he actually pins the person. Halt is no guarantee you'll save them, but it does give them like an extra second before they get pinned against the wall and die. So if it looks like someone's gonna get pinned, try and use Halt to like yank the person back so that you've at least got a little more time to try and save the dude. So that sucks. Did we know she was coming? Like, it's pretty hard to get up that high and not get noticed. Oh, yep, she does indeed just, like, float her way up there. She just went, like, that way. So, awareness, again, right? Because I looked at that and I was like, how did she get up there and we didn't see her? No, we did, like, see her start going that way, but we didn't notice and, like, pay attention to her. Yeah, awareness. You can try and kill a Pharah as Orisa, and if there isn't something more productive for you to be doing, you should try. Mostly because killing Pharah is a team effort. As much as people will tell you it's Soldier/McCree's job, it's actually the whole team's job to kill Pharah, because Pharah's a fucking annoying hero. So everyone should try to kill Pharah. Because if you don't kill Pharah, Pharah wins the game. Right, so it's everybody's job. So they haven't got much time left, and they're coming at us from like the worst way they could possibly try and approach us. Like, just think about what they're trying to do right now. They got no tank up here with the mix-up Roadhog right now. They know we have got Orisa, Soldier, and Bastion. And they're just trying to, like... Actually, do we still have Soldier? We might not still have Soldier. Either way, we got Orisa and Bastion. And they're just trying to, like, walk down the fucking street at us, when there's a perfectly serviceable ditch right here. Now, isn't it also bad to walk out of the ditch into a Bastion and an Orisa? Yeah, but at least you haven't got to walk at them for like 30 fucking minutes before you arrive. It's the lesser of the two evils, certainly, well, you must agree. It's not bad, it's not good, but it's definitely better than down the street at them. Anyway, people do some very questionable things. That's very surprising that didn't actually yank him back through that doorway. So, this is actually of, like, principal concern to us right now, that there's a Reaper behind us, because we don't get him here, right? Like, that's Reaper. That's definitely more concerning than Roadhog to me, because Reaper fucking kills you, right? He didn't. He's bad. It's okay. Also, Bastion's still here, and Reaper's not very good at killing Bastion. But, like, I'm more concerned with the Reaper than the Roadhog in that situation, because, like, yeah, Roadhog's scary, but Reaper's, like, scary, right? So, miraculously, we managed to defend the last checkpoint, even though things were going terribly for about half that round. Isn't it incredible how things work out like that? So now we are attacking Junkertown. We're playing Reinhardt the rest of the game. And as you can see, we're playing on Junkertown. Ho-ho, let's go, boys. Unfortunately, White Noise over here should be playing Orisa, really. So, you know, you might as well be all in on the pirate ship. This is the only one that's the pirate ship, by the way, you fucking uncultured swines. Fucking people call it the pirate ship when it's Numbani, when it's King's Row. This is not the pirate ship. Do you know why this is the pirate ship? It's got fucking treasure on it. You fucking uncultured Philistines. This is the pirate ship. Everywhere else is just good wholesome cheese. So, Mercy's name is Raging Viking, so that's really funny to me. Yeah, she's Swiss. Close. You know, it's almost Swedish. But, yeah. Mercy isn't quite the Raging Viking that I picture in my mind. Granted that a Valkyrie is a pretty, I mean, you know, it's pretty Viking, but I just something about Mercy and Raging Viking doesn't gel with me, weirdly enough. The Swiss also had Vikings, didn't they? Fuck. It shows how much history I know, doesn't it? I'm also like, not to sound like, it's weird to say racist against, like, the two whitest, countries on the planet, but, you know, Sweden and Switzerland are kind of the same thing, really. You know. It's okay, I'm also from Europe. I'm allowed to be racist against people from Europe, because I'm also European. Here's the thing. Every European country except the one you're from is terrible. And I'm from the UK. Even the countries in the UK are trash compared to the one I'm from. It's okay. It's just how Europe operates, and it's how we have operated for the entirety of history as well. Oh, fuck, you see those people over there that are basically the exact same as us, but they're across a different bit of land? Yeah, fuck them, am I right? You know, we're all kind of the same. I don't know, what am I talking about? It's like 4:30. In the morning. Okay, look. I don't know, like, whatever. Who cares? It was, you know, there was probably a joke in here somewhere originally, perhaps even, if you can imagine it, a point. It's definitely been gone. It's definitely gone at this point. Oh my god. Hold the phone. Breinstein over here. Breinstein. Wow. Fucking Bastion main. No skill. Oh. Who's he playing? He's playing Zarya. Oh, if he was playing Junkrat. Oh, if he was playing Junkrat, that was gonna be so good. Ah, oh, damn. Ah, fuck. He's playing like one of the harder tanks. Shit. It's very upsetting. Oh. We can still make fun of him all the same, so let's keep an eye on Breinstein as time goes by. This is a pretty good Reinhardt skin. I was just looking at the portrait, and it's pretty good, actually. Actually changes the fire. Nice, nice, nice. So Roadhog's over here. He shouldn't be. He is. Oh, block for that mercy. Block for that mercy, okay? Remember, when you're playing Reinhardt, blocking damage is your principal concern. Put the shield in front of this mercy. She is trying to res a boy in full view of a Roadhog. Now, he has the exact wrong reaction to that. But, like, please put your shield in front of that mercy when she's doing that. You have to block for your team. Oh, God. If Mercy's going out there to try and res somebody, for the love of God, put your shield in front of the Mercy. I don't care who you're playing. You're playing Bridget, you're playing Orisa. If you can reasonably, if you're playing Roadhog, you still big, right? You still fat. Block for that Mercy when she's trying to res somebody. So, do we know where he went when he used the tire? This is important for me, okay? There's a point in here, trust me.
Alright, Hog's behind, he doesn't have ult.
Okay, I know where Junkrat is, okay? Junkrat's in the room on the left of us. And Tire's we actually used Fire Strike right as that started happening, didn't we? That's very sad. I was gonna say, I know exactly where he is, and Fire Strike is one of the better abilities for breaking the tire. You just have to know where it's coming from, which is the important part, right? I figured out exactly where he is because I saw the concussive mine kill somebody. You saw it killed whoever, I think it was Moira, killed them, and then there's nowhere he can be except in the room on the left. So Fire Strike's really good at breaking the tire. You just need to know where the tire is coming from, and then you can predict it. So unfortunately, we started using Fire Strike right as he started using the tire, which is unfortunate timing. But I also don't think we knew where he was exactly anyway. Important to remember, Fire Strike is really good at breaking the tire. You just need to know where Junkrat is. So, and now you suddenly have to parse something out really quickly. But as soon as you hear Junkrat start using the tire, think about where you last saw him and where he would reasonably go from there to use the tire. And there's a lot of moving parts in that one, but if you can, the tire is like one of the scarier ultimates in the game, right? Especially when you're in this SR where your team's bad and they can't shoot the tire right. So if you can predict where the tire is coming from and break it with Fire Strike, that's a big benefit to your team. You know, you do have to, like, suddenly parse out where he is, and then predict the tire coming, so that you can actually hit it with Fire Strike, which is not something you just figure out how to do overnight, but it is important to work on, as is an element of Reinhardt. So Bastion's elected to waste configuration tank, so that's sad. We are currently being spun on, which is very sad. I was just watching, like, this part, and I was like, it looks like we're having trouble turning around. But I haven't really noticed it up until this point, so I guess it can't be that. Because I'm just, like, watching that, and I'm like, well, I can see every time you picked up the mouse. So, like, I haven't really noticed it up until this point, though, so I guess it can't be that bad. Because you don't want turning around to be difficult. So, no, not necessary. Not necessary. You know, but, like, Roadhog being over there is not even, like, the end of the world, honestly. Like, and we're not in a good position to try that Earth Shatter, because Earth Shatter gets weird around corners and the payload. So, you know, it's not exactly the most consistent ultimate in the world around those elements, and we're really far away from Roadhog. And, like, him using his ult there isn't, like, crippling. Also, by the time that had happened, I'm also kind of just like, I think we lost this fight anyway, so I'm not too concerned about him doing that, because we just save Earth Shatter and use it on the next fight. Oh no. She got bumped when she did it. Looks like that might have been intentional. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt and assume she wanted to chuck it into the room, but got bumped and hit the wall. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But I'm also kind of looking at that like, she might have meant to do that. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt and assume it was because she got bumped. Anyway, so we've lost 2 people already. One of them is Mercy. Things are not exactly looking good. They're using a lot of ultimates right now. We use some ultimates as well, so that's sad, but like, Nemoira's using her ultimate when we've already definitely lost this fight. So there's a trick to fighting Roadhog, actually, and Reaper as well, actually, which is, you have to employ strategic use of your shield to make this one work, but this also works with Reaper. You basically hold your shield up, and then as soon as you see him shoot, that's when you swing. Then you put the shield back up again. And you watch him. As soon as he shoots again, that's when you swing. And, you know, you're still gonna get hit, yeah, like, obviously, but you'll block some shots at least, which is important when you're fighting people. Oh my goodness, he's got it again already. Oh. You know, you're still gonna get hit, but when you're fighting somebody with a shotgun who is very good at which is very good at killing tanks, you take everything you can get. And with Reaper, if you can get 2 swings in on him and then fire strike, he's dead. Because your team are also hopefully around. You know, there's sometimes when Reinhardt's better at fighting people. Yeah, you can outplay people when you're dueling them as Reinhardt. People think that it's just like you hold left click on the person and you hope they kill them that you kill them first, but you can block shots. Like you can use you can animation cancel with your shield, which is just as soon as you feel it make contact, you can hold up the shield and block some shots and then swing again. Because there's a cooldown on the swing, very finite, very minuscule math and all that, blah blah blah. It's like there's this thing, like, do not worry about this. Like, there's bigger issues than this you can worry about, right? This is something you worry about when you're in, like, Diamond Masters, right? It is, like, 0.1% more effective with Reinhardt, that instead of swinging both ways, you swing once, then you wait, and then you wait until a very specific point, and then you can get the same animation going across again. And that is, like, fractions of a second faster than the turn hammer around, swing the other way. So it is very, very slightly more efficient. I guess, you know, if you fuck it up, you get it going back the other way. So it's not like the end of the world or anything, but, like, it's really not worth worrying about, right? Like, it is, like, literally fractions of a second faster. If you do it right. So, like, you know, don't worry about it. So, unfortunately, they have several ultimates here which are rather scary, because they've got Barrage and they've got Death Blossom. You know, we're blocking that, our shield's broken, then this happens, we try to pin him, we don't pin him, like, we've lost the fight regardless, so pinning Reaper would be nothing more than, like, fuck you, Reaper! Which is, you know, I'm all about that, but pinning Reaper there functionally would have changed nothing. So now we no longer have Bastion. This is a thing if you're doing the pirate ship, or just classic cheese on any other map, is if the Bastion comp does not work out of the gate, it is very unlikely to start working, because the whole point is that you get some momentum and then you just keep going. If you just stall out immediately, it is unlikely to work. So do not stay on the Bastion, because it doesn't usually work. If the first attempt doesn't work, it isn't likely to start working. But people stay on the Bastion for the full, like, 3 minutes, 30 seconds, and then they're like, alright, I guess it's not working. I guess I'll change to an actual hero now, after they've done nothing that entire period of time, you know. Classic Overwatch. So, where's Junkrat? Let's go back and see if we can figure it out. I have no clue where Junkrat is, so fair enough. Turns out he was over there. I couldn't tell where he went. It's alright, he killed a bunch of people. It's not really alright, but, you know. He used his ultimate. We can see what percentage people are at. This is important information. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that this is actually the world we live in now. So, we've got 2 minutes left, so we can see now, pushing tab, Mercy died using Valkyrie, so that's very sad. But we also see that she almost has Coalescence, and she almost has Graviton. So, unless we have a fucking sick Earth Shatter opportunity right now, we should wait for these people to also have their ultimates. If we can get, like, a fucking 5-man Earth Shatter, by all means, but really, right now, we should look at that and be like, alright, 2 people almost have their ultimates. I should save my ultimate to use with them, because we aren't going to get another chance. We've only got a minute and a half left. We won't get another chance to, like, combo our ults like this, so we should wait, because they're very close, unless we see a fantastic opportunity to use our ultimate. I'm so glad that we can see that, because otherwise, if you're like, alright, we got our only ultimate right now, that's sad. But we can be like, alright, now we can look at it and be like, they almost have it, so that means we should wait. So we lost a bunch of people, so let's come wait over here now. Oh, look, they're still going in. Oh, no. Oh, no. They definitely... No, we definitely shouldn't just use the 2 ults. You almost have your ult. Like, you're wrong, White Noise. Like, we should definitely wait for you to have your ult as well before we do this, because you almost have it. So as you can see, everybody's approaching from a different angle, and people are staggering themselves really hard, and low elo sucks, like... Just die, just die, just die. No, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just take that death. Like, you're at 1 health, you're gonna die. Just take that death. You got time to come back and try again with your ultimate. Instead, we go forward while our team are dead. We've got 1 health. Even if we hit Earth Shatter, like, we'll probably die doing it. And it'll accomplish nothing. Like, just take that death and come back while you still got some time and try to use Earth Shatter better than that. Because, like, that's, like, the way you win at this point. Is, like, the Earth Shatter is just right. Like, don't just throw it away like that. Just take that death. You got time. You got time to come back again. And, like, look, this is happening. We could have done this. We could have Earth Shattered, right? I've found the exact moment where we could have perhaps changed the outcome of this game. Is if we had Earth Shatter right now. Because Farah got stuck in that, didn't she? She did. If we were... I mean, we'd probably have Earth Shattered sooner than that, to be fair. But, like... We could have comboed those ults. Like, that might have made the difference right there. We won't know. Like, it still looks pretty bleak, but, like... That sucks. Like, look at that, like... If only we saved that Earth Shatter for literally 15 seconds. We could have comboed it with the Graviton. Oh my god. The way this goes, the way this is going, oh, it would have been just cut and done. Oh my god. Oh no. Well, it's just Orisa who'd... Oh. It's not a tragic story. The way that went, that might have made the difference. It was really close. Being able to combo Earth Shatter with Graviton right there might have made the difference. I want to see Roadhog not quite hit McCree. Oh my god, please. Oh no. Oh! I wanted to see that hook stop like an inch in front of his face so badly. So what we got here today? We got some of my own videos. Wonderful. I don't remember watching... Oh yeah, one of my videos. Far Cry? I don't know. I did watch this exact video at one point, but like, fucking a year ago, probably, you know? Sure, okay, anyway. Whatever. So, fuck, oh god, I'm so sad. I'm so sad that we didn't save that Earth Shatter for, like, literally 50 seconds. Oh my god. Anyway. The biggest thing that stood out is just, like, yeah, this doesn't sound super helpful necessarily, but it was, like, awareness, basically, where, like, we didn't see a bunch of stuff that was happening around us that we should have. Awareness is very important, especially if you're playing, like, a frontline tank, like, Reinhardt and Orisa, you know. Is it important, yeah, you know, Orisa isn't really, like, a frontline tank, but people like to tell me she is. You know, they usually have to attach the modifier of, well, if her team are there to back her up, you've already attached too many modifiers for me to be okay with that. It's like, if you're, Roadhog can be a frontline tank if he had 5 healers. You know, not the same thing, but you get the idea. Anyway, awareness is very important, especially if you're a frontline tank. So awareness is like the biggest thing that stood out, and then like all this other stuff we talked about. But like, oh god, what a sad game. Oh my god, I'm so upset. So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. And I hope you found the video helpful.